All right, nice. Now I just need to set you up. Nice. Hello, Seal. I'll give it about 5 minutes before I begin this tier list. But we have the E, C, D, B, A, S, and Talvi. Talvi's clearly, obviously, the best. I'm egotistic like that, man. Let's put text up. Text, not you. Text. We. Oh, F. Okay. Yeah, I'll add F. Failure. Yeah, go on, text. We got an F now. You happy? Okay, I wish I could get rid of that. I don't want to click that because I'm scared that will do something. Yeah, it can be cut into a YouTube video. Yeah, I might put part one. Oh, Jesus. Holy. What the fuck? Ah, that hurt. Did you hear that too? What? Oh, my ears. Oh, that. Bro. Wait, did my headset actually oh, did I actually put my headset too close to my bloody mic? There's no way I'm the only one who heard that. We'll mute this. There you go. I don't know. So I think what happened was when I was sorting out when I messed with my headset, what's on my head, I lifted one of the ear things and it was right next to the mic. So as soon as like one of those Discord notifications went off, it went ding, 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 ding. No, I'm not. That was so weird. Why did it do that? It must have been a glitch. I should have put unit tier list, but whatever. Pretty sure I even have the No, I don't have the screenshot of that. Oopsie. Screenshot of the pricing. I need the screenshot of the pricing. Let me grab a screenshot of the pricing real quick. Ah. I wonder what the most casualties can be. There we go. Remove that. Is the stream in 10 minutes yet? I got like another 4 minutes until we'll start. But yeah. About let's see, there's about 12 units, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 12, yeah. 12 units, 4 tanks, 4 artillery, 2 anti-tanks, and that means about 2 infantry. No, that doesn't make sense. 3 tanks, sorry. There's 3 tanks. Oh, sorry, I'll see if I can. Rather, alright. Ah. I mean, I might as well do one now, instead of wait. Anyone who's just joined in, we have the F tier, E tier, C tier, D tier, B tier, A tier, S tier, and the Talvi tier. uh, no, I do have like the pricings right next to, I don't, you guys can't see it, but I have the pricings right next to me, so, yeah. This is, yeah. Oh yeah, most people don't know. So Breakthrough is a game made by Seal, and the entire objective of it is obviously to have a breakthrough. No, I'm off explaining. So the objective of the game is it's like most war games. There's your side and there's the enemy side. You have divisions, and at the bottom, these are the divisions you have. There's infantry, motorized, mechanized, light, medium, heavy tanks, anti-tanks, tank destroyers, towered artillery, siege artillery, SBA, and rocket artillery. Why am I putting as the text at the top for people who join? What am I putting in it as Steel? Oh, damn it, it's been 10 minutes. All right, we can start now. All right, starting. I mean, there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Damn, there's way too many. There's way too many to use. Yeah, all right, let's get rid of some. We don't need that many for now, at least. We only need about 6. Let's get rid of I'll get rid of C tier. We don't need C either. All right, there we go. We're down to 6. Yeah. All right, starting off with infantry. This is what infantry looks like. It's this little thing here. Sort of hard to Oh wait, I'm not in full screen. There we go. Can I zoom in closer? Does zooming in closer make it zoomed in for you? Yeah, it sort of does. All right. Oh yeah. So this is infantry. It's relatively decent. About 9,000 org, 8,000 manpower. Organization regeneration is 7. 0 defense. Hardness ratio is a 0. Soft attack is a 12. It's a 21 when it's entrenched. Hard attack's about a 3. I should have made the pictures bigger. Oh well. It's about a 3. It's not really a unit you want to use for attacking. It's a standard defense unit. They're just there to block, practically. They're meant to be in the way and all that. So I'd say about F tier. You never got to build them. Like, you only got to use the ones you already have on the field. Motorized. This unit has about 20 hardness, 21 soft attack. Oh, sorry, 12 soft attack and 5 hard attack. About the same as the yeah, about the same as infantry. Difference is it has a hardness ratio. It has the speed. It is the fastest unit in the game, and it's great for getting encirclements and all that. Minus that, it's not really a frontline unit. D tier. You use them mostly when you have a gap in the line to get quick encirclements or capture cities, or go off reinforcements. Not the best, but it's not the worst. Mechanized infantry. These guys, they have hardness ratio of 70, about 20 speed, not as fast as the motorized with 30-ish speed. Defo increases in soft and hard attack, has a defense, but org regeneration is lower. Does have 10,000 manpower though, and 8,000 org. It's defo. You want to avoid anti-tank, but it's defo a beat A tier. With proper support, this unit could defo save you. With proper support. In fact, that's a B tier. There's better units than that. Light tanks. Light tanks. Light tanks are good and all. They're not the best. Not the best at all. They're better than infantry. These are solely about the same speed as mechanized, but their sole objective is to they do a better job, basically. But really, the only things they could kill is infantry and motorized. Minus that, it's just a solid cheap unit. B tier. But it's better than mechanized, but it is more expensive. And medium tanks. These ones are defo good. They have 10 defense on base, about 3 org, 30 soft attack, and 15 hard attack. With a movement speed of about 15-ish, 7,000 manpower, and 8,000 org. It's still a speedy unit, just not as speedy. It's definitely better than light tanks, though. It's an A tier. Heavy tanks. Now, these things, they're obviously they're the strongest unit in the game with 7,000 manpower and about 9,000 org. A lot of defense, org regeneration, soft attack and heavy attack, and a very slow movement speed, practically. It's very slow and it's very expensive. I'd say F tier. About D tier, in fact, actually. Only want to use them when it's a very stale line. Even way this gets, it's too slow to make a difference. Anti-tank. These guys are great. In fact, they are better than infantry. They are better than infantry, and they do a lot of hard and soft attack with a hardness ratio of 30. Have defense too, and organization. These guys are defo and S tier. You want to use them on defense though, because of their speed. Actually, their speed's not that bad, but it's not as fast as infantry. It's more of a defense unit, but it defo can be used for offense. Tank destroyers. Now, these are also a very expensive unit. They do less hard attack. They should do more. they should do more. It looks like they do less. These in theory, these guys are defo not as worth it for the expense, at least. About it, B tier. Since how slow they are, defense defense and hardness is really is just the main pattern for it. Defo it's solely to counter either heavy tanks. That's the sole priority of that unit. Towered artillery. They do more. They do. So 34. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. It does 35. A tier. Green is depending on buffs. Yeah, so buffs right there. I'm talking about like the base stuff. I'm to be honest, I really thought that said like 24 or something. It's like, how's this lower than heavies? This is better though. They have org regeneration, all that. It's a good unit, but also the expense for it and the speed doesn't really match up for this, since this could ideally do the same amount of hard attack as a tank. And especially with the hardness ratio. You probably need like 2. Yeah. So you'd be better off buying 2 of these than 1 of these, because if I look at the prices, a normal tank destroyer costs less than half. Like anti-tank costs less than half to build, and a tank destroyer costs twice the amount to build. So it's therefore better that you can get 2 of these, 2 to 3 of these. Obviously, manpower is the main difference, but 2 to 3 of these compared to having 1 of them. So these are defo S tier. Towered artillery. By far the worst artillery in the game. About 3 soft attack, 3 hard attack. There's not much to look at. It's almost as slow as heavy tanks. F tier. 1 second, I got a phone call. I'll be back. Right, Talvi is back. Apologies, I was ordering food. Well, yeah. Towered artillery, for its expense, is practically about the same price as all the other artillery. It's if you want to get them as fast as possible, because you can't be bothered waiting for that extra 1,000 or something. It's definitely tier. Siege artillery though. Aug generation is not as good. Same with all the others. Defense is decent, not the best though. It's definitely the worst out of all of them. Has a 20 hardness ratio. Soft attacks are 3, but it has 2, sorry. But it has a 10 to 18 hard attack. Now, normally these units obviously are very slow, so you don't want to build them at the back. You want to build them when you are like winning. That's the only time I see you needing them is when you're winning, because you will have like a stalemate. Like when they're defending a city or something, and they have bunkers and all that, or like heavy units like armor. This is definitely a unit you want. So it isn't an occasion unit, but it's definitely an A tier. Definitely A tier. You just don't use it. Like you use it when they start bringing in the heavy guns, practically. So it's definitely an A tier when needed. Self-propelled artillery. This is a very interesting one. It has the most defense. This artillery can hold its own. It's definitely forgiving for newbie players. So yeah, it has about 5 defense. I mean, normally artillery you'll have them on like entrenched. Hardness ratio is definitely a 30. 5 soft attack and 3 and 3. It's the exact same as this, but it is speedy. Very speedy. But the problem is it's the damage output. Now, it could work very effectively if you have like speedy units like motorized, mechanized, light tanks. But without any of that, it's kind of just not worth it having them. D tier. Defo D tier. Rocket artillery, on the other hand. Rocket artillery has obviously organization defense of 1, hardness ratio 20, but it has a soft attack of 8. Now, this is pretty good. It does the most soft attack than all the other artillery. And it has decent speed, and it does around the same amount of hard attack as a like these. Obviously, it's 1 down, so like it's not as effective. But it's not like it can't handle some armor. This unit is defo a Talby tier. I've always used them. Rocket artillery is defo an S tier by far. Special for the price thing. It's well balanced. It has good speed, a lot of soft attack. What most of the units are from the start. This is a defo Talby tier. Have no armor at all, and even the ones with a bit of armor still get taken damage. So that is our tier list. Any questions or like that? That is our tier list right here. That is practically, yeah. Infantry, obviously, you'll never build them. Same with towered artillery. You'll never build those two. The only times you use them is when they're already built for you. D tier is mechanized. You only need these if you're really desperate. But otherwise, they're losing a fight against anything. Like, legit anything. I think they'll even lose against bloody towered artillery. And heavy tanks, even though they are one of the best units in the game, it's rarely the speed what gets them out. And the hardness ratio of 90 rarely screws them over. SBA, it is a great unit. Higher though. No, motorized should not be higher. Motorized is only a good unit when you're winning with your other units. It It is a speed demon, I'll say that, but it's defo not a good unit. SBA, it is a great unit. The problem with it is the damage output. It has the speed to keep up with your speedy units if you do a breakthrough, but the chances of you doing that is not as a great thing as you expect, depending on what map you are on. Light tanks, great unit. The only problem is they could only counter. It's either to be infantry or motorized or to go hunting for some artillery. Same with mechanized. Mechanized is also exact same as light tanks. In fact, it's probably just a cheaper off. It's a cheaper off version. Not as good, but it's still decent. Let's see. Medium tanks. These are absolute ace. Absolute ace units. Obviously, they could easily get counteracted by anti-tank. But if you have artillery, you should be good. Tank destroyers, like I said, they're too expensive. The speed is not the best, and you're paying double the amount for not even twice the amount of hard attack. Like 2 to 3 times more than this it costs to build this. Siege artillery. This unit is super good when the enemy has armor. Like, in fact, I'll put this here. Like, say, anti-tank, like tank destroyers, medium tanks, and heavy tanks. Defo against heavy tanks. Especially if it's like an 18. What goes to S tier is defo the anti-tanks. Like, they are a decently cheap unit. They are actually cheaper than motorized. These guys are cheaper than motorized. As you can see, 12 to 5 versus 14 to 25. Then we've got an Augur generation of 4 and defense of 3 versus 5 and 0. Hardness ratio is practically the same. Movement speed. Obviously, it goes to motorized. It's specialized in movement speed, but it really can't hold it by itself. Motorized are never units you want to use in fights, at least. They're more for surrounding, outmaneuvering, and taking cities, or just overwhelming a abandoned infantry unit. But these guys are defo and S tier, just because they are naturally better than motorized and infantry. For around the same price too. Like actually, one sec. Let's show display capture. As you can see, this is anti-tank. They cost about 10,000 money and 7k metal. While motorized costs about 10k and 9k. Serial mechanized, they cost 12k and 16k. Normally leaving these guys with MVPs. The exact same with and then there's tank destroyers. As we can see, they cost way over twice the amount. You could easily pump out around 2 to 3 anti-tanks before you could make one tank destroyer. That's very cost efficient. Obviously, it'll cost you more manpower, but in resource-wise, if you're doing great on manpower, it really doesn't matter. Oh yeah, and also self-pro, that takes an extra 2k, so yeah. Light tanks, heavy tanks. Heavy tanks, I mean, yeah, it is worth just saving up for them. Problem is, they could just easily get countered. And then obviously, it goes to rocket artillery, because most of these units with high armor, like the mediums, this and this, and obviously this, is you rarely will see them. You'll maybe see like one heavy tank, but that's because they started with it or something. And if they are building them, you could easily counter with anti-tank. So MVPs are anti-tank and rocket artillery, 100%. Oh, I think that ends our tier list. That is actually marvelous. Best to worst. And this is the Talby's opinion, obviously. So yes. uh, I mean, for motorized, if you're gonna have it higher, the only thing I can see me classifying this unit as maybe a unit is on Seaside, where there's barely any units who actually counteract motorized units. Because as soon as you get through the gaps, you just blitz it to a capital or something. Well, I can see easily being beaten when you add the new units in, especially since there'll be a unit to counteract it. So yeah, I'm I'm planning ahead of time for D. All right. Boop, 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 boop. Now, straight since tier list is finished. Oh, I can't wait to do it again. How many? I'm going to do this like 3 times, aren't I? Like, I'm going to do it. Obviously, there's this time, and after that time, there'll be the Let's look at the log. When I can find it at least. The roadmap. There'll be this time, and then there'll be the uphill battle, where all the new units will get added. Obviously, there'll be a tier list for that, and then there'll be another tier list when Navy combat gets added. Oh, that's about 3 tier lists right there. Yeah, the one where there's 25 units. Obviously, you have barely anything to even. There's barely anything to stop motorized, but when there is something to stop it, the motorized kind of cooked since they lose in a 1v1 against infantry. That's mostly because of the organization, though. Boop, 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 boop. I think that was pretty good. I managed to drag that out for like half an hour. I mean, supposedly 10 minutes of it was waiting. All right, let's play. Let's play some breakthrough. All right. Do 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 do. Alright, I'll join Seal. We join Seal. Alright, join Seal. Oh, I have a phone call. One sec. Alright, unfortunately, I need to go to food. I need some food, so I can't do a 1v1 CO. Check disc. Yeah, bro. I need to get some food, man, so I don't think we can do our 1v1. Unfortunately. So you get some sleep, man. Alright? Because I'm gonna go out and get some food. I'll end the stream here. I hope you guys enjoy. I'll also post the video too, so yeah. Yeah, see you tomorrow, see you. Stop stream now. That's it.